Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. Can devs do something? Take this anymore.
What it needs is a solid base. No amount of fancy paint gonna keep it from blowing away. What it needs is a solid base.
I have overinvested by a lot. Every day, every day, every day, every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Can devs do something?
Hey, traders. Welcome to the stream. The dump stream, it seems. Where, you know, really, there were indications, maybe. At least there was a weaker argument for bulls after this, you know, methodical consolidation off the bottom, 33K. You hit the supply line yesterday, right? Even today, though, on the new day, right? You actually tested it again and failed before selling off, and it looks like in less than 1 hour, chat, we will have a confirmed bearish engulfing candle, and unfortunately, really unfortunately, that will begin the development of the imminent or inevitable. We knew this was going to happen, probably.
LRC Beanie Baby, please, sir. Mushroom, cool face, koala, heart.
Thanks for the mushrooms, dude. Yeah, we'll look at loop ring. I don't think you're going to be happy about anything in crypto. Like, the macro is bearish, so it makes all your bullish arguments on anything, even making higher highs, higher lows, makes it weaker. Because you want the macro to be strong, then the sector of the asset to be strong, bullish, right? And then the individual asset itself to be in that uptrend. And you're not batting 3 for 3 on that. But this is like, we've discussed this the past few days. We said, it's going to happen. Unless a miracle, like unless you had one impulse candle that literally took you above $44,000 in a day, the hidden bearish divergence would begin its development at some point. It's starting. And what better place to begin the development of hidden bearish divergence, which implies a continuation downward. Right at a supply line of a downtrend you'd been in since all-time highs, very well respected. Respected again for now, till something changes. Just think about where you are. You know, in less than 24 hours, you past 5 days of price action, gone, right? Pathetic rally. Just trash, pathetic rallies. Pathetic rallies. Over and over and over again. I guess it's better than the beginning. There weren't even rallies in late November. There wasn't even enough. Yeah, that was kind of a rally, and it just is weak. You know, it started changing my tune last night when you had just started going sideways, and this was here, and like you didn't know, like, hey, yesterday we were talking about, oh, maybe it just gets invalidated, the positive momentum starts building. That didn't happen. And as the evening went on, as I was looking at it, it got worse and worse. It got very well developed and matured, and it was about to go negative. It's like, dude, that's it, man. What was it? Ping patron said, Bitcoin update. This was last night, or near midnight. Dang, dude, are you kidding me? What the? Can we get some, Yeah, look at Hex, dude. Whoa, did Hex still alive?
Ross took $200. Hex USDRT Mitch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, thank you, man. Holy crap. Well, I mean, that's big time, dude. With the way the markets are, you know, stuff like that just keeps it going, man. I really appreciate it. All right. As like the sentiment in crypto continues to just get devastated, pummeled, yeah, that starts becoming really a big deal. So thank you, man. Very grateful. But just going back, say, you know, last night around midnight, it was earlier in the day that it seemed like, hey, there was possibility on earnings, things could look good, Bitcoin could break out. It didn't happen. You started like, and that's what I'm saying on the 4 hour, like every day tells a different story. New developments, new miniature local peaks and valleys are created. So, and you're not close to inflection points to the upside or downside. It's very tough to gauge this price. But, you know, it was just like last night. These are critical areas, all right? Very critical areas, not just this range you created January 26th, also the supply line, right? These areas are still not broken after testing them, right? And buyer exhaustion, which is, look at the MACD histogram, buyer exhaustion is completely developed. The trend is bearish, right? Bearish trend, lower highs, lower lows consecutively. And there's a bearish indicator at a resistance. Also, shorting of the thrust argument. So like, you know, shorting the thrust, you get a rally, you sell off, then you get another rally, it's about the same, and then you rally again after making a higher low, and it's pathetic. It's almost like inexistent. And it's just like that type of price action is really weak locally. And when you have that type of weak price action, failing to break resistance, and you just keep showing divergence, and you're below 60 on the RSI, you can't get above 60, man. It's impossible. Like, for real. You've been above 60 for 0 hours in 2022 on the 4 hour. So it's just like, man, one does not simply break resistance when being exhausted at like in a downtrend. It's tough, man. So you did roll over today some, not like crazy. It's only down like 4. It was down like about 5% earlier. But you clearly see like maybe it is a range in development here, and you're near the top of that range. So clearly there could be more downside to take you to like 34K, maybe. I really see what's happening. Like, remember in bull markets, some of y'all remember, like, hey man, this 4 hour divergence could usher in bullish divergence, classic divergence or whatever, or hidden divergence on the daily. And that could usher in a much more significant rally. Unfortunately, it's like doing the opposite. It's like this 4 hour bearish divergence is ushering in hidden bearish divergence on the daily, which would imply a much more significant continuation downward. And look at where you are on the RSI. I mean, 40, you're right. Testing that bearish control zone up here, man. It's just ugly. And if you imagine if Bitcoin ever sees 34K again, that's going to be how much of a drawdown? I mean, that would be an 8% drawdown. That's like, okay, that's 16 to 25% downside for altcoins, just based on how much worse they get wrecked when Bitcoin dumps. So it's just be cognizant at least of the variables. I mean, I'm not trying to predict anything. I'm literally just looking and reading charts as is, right? And that's all like really crappy stuff. I mean, Ethereum looked a little better. Still kind of does. I mean, a lot better, really. It's like 2,700. Hold on. My stuff's loading. Okay. All right, forget that. That was 60-minute candle high close. It's pretty cool. I mean, the fact that it's only down 3%. So far, bearish and golden candle testing the heart line, right? The heart line of the very well-respected channel. I don't know if that'll hold. I mean, it will hold if Bitcoin holds and starts rallying. That'd be great, but it is a fool's hope. Right? When I say it looked a little better, it's just because, I mean, it got to 67, but and it was the highest RSI you had seen all of 2022 on the 4 hour, right? You had not seen RSI that high since December 1st of 2021. And you're already back down. You're back below 60. This is not, you got to get above 60, hold above it, start getting overbought. That's the price action you want to see in bull trends, at least on this time scale, or any time scale really. But cool that it held for now. Down 3%. Oh, sorry. Wow, blue alert. Officer injured. Dang, dude. No, yeah. Dang, man. Blue alert. You don't hear that or see that very often. Dang, dude. Scare the crap out of me, those. So it served its purpose. Did y'all hear that? Okay. All right, so that's what's going on. There's no like technical damage done yet on Ethereum because it could only just turn into another higher low before rallying higher. Sure, but Bitcoin's kind of in a more precarious situation where it's not making an actual clearly higher low, right? It's like literally testing it, getting ready to maybe not hold it, and might bearish engulf in 42 minutes. Remember, like, what time is it, man? It's Asians' time. It's their time. It's like, this is like the West is retiring for the evening, and Asians are waking up. And what do Asians always do for 3 months now? Almost every single day, 7 days a week. 2 sell buttons. There's normally a buy button and a sell button. There's 2 sell buttons for Asia. That's all they do. The next 12 hours, right? It's just sell or nothing. Don't buy. They don't buy or they don't sell. But it's either don't buy or sell. Oh, Asia's closed? Okay, we'll see. All right. You think so? All right. Yeah, what was it again? What was the... Oh, yeah, they're off for Groundhog's Day, right, chat? Cabo. Well, talked about it in general chat. Bitcoin can't break this resistance, then winter will last another month or two, and then if Bitcoin did break out, which it failed to, summer would have come early, chat. But yeah, still just trash price action. Chinese New Year, okay. So much to be thankful for in communist China. Okay, that's Ethereum. Let's go to Bitcoin, Ethereum. Again, I'm just showing you the difference. Look at the outperformance. I mean, Ethereum's just not even really a big deal. It's like the bearish divergence so far just kind of underperforming. Negative almost building, not on much price action. That's good. And I like the hard line. So just stay above 2482 and you're all right on Ethereum. But Bitcoin is not the same, man. Dang. And I just don't know how Bitcoin, Bitcoin keeps rolling over. How does this not keep rolling over? It would, unfortunately. So. Yikes, dude. They're your two little wicks, your tweezers right there. Gross. This one hasn't started its development yet, but it will. Anytime you start actually selling off, anything more severe than what you're getting today, you're going to start building that, or you're going to start losing that positive momentum, which will begin the development of the hidden bearish divergence on the daily. So it's on Bitcoin, but it's cool to see Ethereum outperforming right here. Right, you can clearly see kind of what it's what it's testing right now. It's just this swing low from September 22nd. It has not even been able to run up to the other level that was created before it, which is like $2,900 to $3,000. It was really $2,900 right there, May and June. All right, so what the heck? What's stopping it from getting there? Bitcoin price action. All right, let's go to total. That is kind of disappointing. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Where what was once resistance in February is resistance again. That is failing to break. You are now back below it. You've tried a couple times, and bearish engulfing candle in 39 minutes. That's just not. It's not good, man. It's just not what you want to see. Goodness gracious, man. These are bearish market conditions. If you've ever felt them before, they don't feel good. It's like the rallies are weak, methodical, take forever, and they barely go anywhere. And then, hey, bullish argument, accumulation. Nope, bearish divergence develops like right after on the 4 hour, the next day or 2 days, and it's just like, well, that's just not as strong now. Okay, let's look at Binance Coin, right? Binance Coin that has not really looked good. It hasn't. It's looked terrible. It still looks pretty terrible. Even though it hit an 88% retrace from its September low, it just is a big impulse down on high volume and then trash volume, receding volume with slightly, higher, levels. We're talking about just consolidation, not making higher highs, certainly, just making lower highs with no volume, and now starting to roll over and actually make local lower highs than your previous. Dang, that's so bad. It's just, you'll probably see 350 again for a second test. I don't know how it's going to do on the second test. It depends on the macro, which Bitcoin looks pretty awful after, testing and failing to break out.
Soon rise of blockchain social media boom. The next paradigm bigger than metaverse. Viking hype. X_X.
What's up, dude? I don't think you were shilling anything because that's not an actual company. You're just talking about blockchain social media boom. Yeah, it boomed already and busted. Go talk to Zuckerberg. His S stocks down 20% today after hours. Earnings abysmal. But yeah, I don't know if investors really appreciate him changing the name to Metaverse at the top of the bubble, I guess. The Metaverse NFT bubble. And then doing not much anything. And it's already sentiment's dead on it. Like, the sentiment's like dead on NFTs. They're getting, hey, I'll tell you, the NFT people, the shillers, the marketing for the shillers, they're getting aggressive, man. I'm getting like legit like 8 to 10 NFT sponsorship emails. I'd never seen it like this. It's like obnoxious. Like, is this one person sending out all these emails? They're just all just different trash NFT JPEGs. They want literally to pay me money to shill you JPEGs in these market conditions, man. Can you believe that? He's like, who wants that right now? That's crazy. I'd never do it even in the best amazing market conditions. But I'm saying, like, you're trying to hit me up now? Get out of here, man. Okay, so BNB just looking good, you know, could see 330, 350 again. You know, wouldn't be that surprising. Jeez. Let's go to Cardano now. Cardano. I get the argument, and you know, I'm beating a dead S-coin horse every time I come here, every day, because it's the same thing. It's like the same analysis. Not much has changed besides just more candles, more weak A performance, just more inability to break back above 107. 107, man. It's like, you get at these levels, you're not supposed to be getting this much opportunity, this much time to take a long. The context is everything on this one, in my opinion. What is the context? The buying climax already happened in September. It's over. It's like cycle ended on Cardano. And now we're going for a full reset. All right, well, it's been lower highs, lower lows for like 5 months now. But most recently, what happened on Cardano, you know, that is really significant. Not the first time, not one time, but 2 times failing to break 150 resistance. And then after that, you make a lower low than the previous low. You are not supposed to get this much time. That's why I'm saying I think it's going down. I'm not making a prediction, but based on price action and context, where we are, to me, it just looks like there is absorption of remaining demand. Right? Sellers are just selling into all these, you know, this is where a lot of buy orders are. And so sometimes it takes a lot of time to absorb all those buy orders here. And once that's complete, massive markdown, man. Massive. It will be ugly. I mean, like, say crypto, Bitcoin goes to C33K again. This thing will lose so much value so fast, just like it gained so much value so fast in February of last year. We're on the other side of momentum. It is Cardano. Doesn't make money. It's just an S coin. It's speculative. It's like every other altcoin out there, every coin out there. And this is momentum driven. What is the momentum? If we are in a momentum driven asset class, right? Looking at crypto, what is the momentum right here? Where's momentum? You tell me, chat. I'll see what you have to say, you know, about this. And thanks for the 850 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the coverage of this Bitcoin rejection, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Shaking my fist, man. Okay, like 3 people responded to the question. So yeah, it's downtrending. All it does is make lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then that massive confirmation high. That's it. That's all. That's what you need to know. I mean, like that. You don't know here. Dang, dude. We identified the daily bullish engulfing candle here. It went up 50% or something stupid from there, and then it rolled over again. And that's it. That's what you need to know. If this is like a bullish market, I would think one low, second low. This would be it. You'd back test it. You start rallying. You begin a more significant retrace from the high to the bottom put in. You didn't, man. You didn't. So just proceed with caution on this asset because there could be tons of downside potential, which means there could be opportunity to make some money when it eventually collapses. When this support eventually collapses, when absorption of remaining demand is complete. Oh my God, dude, Cardano's down 25% today. I can't believe it. Oh wait, I can because it made sense. It's not the same conditions we were in last year. Anyway, I'm beating dead S-coin horse. Let's go to Sol. Remember, it broke out yesterday upward. It's like, cool, dude, but look what it, dude, it's like, this is the type of performance you're gonna get in bear markets, man. Holy crap, dude, consolidation pattern, established over the course of a week or more. It breaks out, attempts to back, and just dumps, and now it's bearishly engulfing. Okay, so it's maturing into something. Oh, it's developing, turning into something else. You know what that is, chat? I think you all know what was going on right here. Sir, madam, that looks pretty bad. That's some bearish consolidation and development here, and we won't touch this. We won't even look at it. I mean, we'll look at it, right, for the sake of education and understand full resets, which is this is in the midst of. Already broke the BAMM. Yeah, I'll see you at $50, $50 to $60. The only place where it makes any type of sense at all to even look at this again. You know, we're only looking at it because it's like, hey, it's one of your largest crypto market caps in the world. That's why we look at it. We're going across the markets, right? Okay, so those are your like bigger cryptos. Just looking at them, they're not good, man. They're not good. Something's got, you know, there are many things that have to happen for an actual trend reversal of this whole market, and it starts with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has done literally given zero argument for a trend reversal. Zero.
You mentioned
there's opium or a side trend line's broken. That's not
well.
That's not
Can
trend
you
reversal.
Check it out later. Thanks, brother.
Hey, Nicholas, what's up, dude? Rareable? Good God, yeah. I mean, I was looking at that today. Literally today. Like, just on it for a second and painted like a wedge or whatever. It's so bad. Okay, let's go to the index funds. Let's keep it going across the markets, and then we'll get to these requests. You know, like Ross, man. Thanks for that 200 again, dude. That's insane. That's like so freaking awesome. So like, here's the S&P 500. You know, this is the one, right? This is like the index fund that's kind of kept Bitcoin propped up. It's the heart and soul of everything right now. All eyes on the S&P and Dow Jones and, you know, all the index funds. And what'd you do? You did break out. You broke today the resistance from September 2nd. You broke it, but you closed literally right at the 618. And remember the golden zone, chat, especially on the first wave up like that. The golden zone between the 382 and the 618. This is where, you know, you catch when you do bottom out. This is normally where that reflexive rally takes you, between the 382 and the 618. So this is on the deeper side, but still makes sense, right? And this is where, like, eventually you start topping out, start stalling, and then all of a sudden that positive momentum that's so high right now, highest levels of positive momentum on the 4-hour you've seen since April of 2020. Yeah, that would begin to start waning, and then all of a sudden the hidden bearish divergence argument develops here. But like, again, you would think it's going to be more like the two things we talked about. It starts reversing and hopefully make a higher low, and then starts really going, then dragging stuff, supply lines created, and then, you know, hey, uptrend continues. That's what we would maybe hope would happen. But at the same time, if it's really bad, like, hey, bear market, it's reciprocal A, B, C, D, where eventually you go test the bottom, which I think if you test that bottom again, that's really bad. You want to see a higher low when we inevitably pull back some, but you go for that and then eventually this, and then that would be something like reciprocal A, B, C, D. The 16, oh yeah, there it is. The 1618, it would be perfect, dude. Dang, I didn't mean to draw it like that. Perfect. The 1618 is what? $4,000. What is $4,000? $4,020.
Is that a joint?
Is an unfilled gap. Unfilled gap from April 5th. There it is. And plot it so you can see it. If if this was gonna be a reciprocal ABCD, it's at the C point. This is, you don't really want to see it go much higher, but you get it. The 618 on C equals the 1618 on D. That could definitely be an idea, but yeah, just getting this is we knew there'd be a reflexive rally based on the fact that on the daily you were nuclear on the RSI, massively oversold, and you were hitting some supports. That's enough of a combination to articulate an argument to think that there could be a reflexive rally. It's happening so fast already, straight up. hey, man, I hope it just V-shapes and we just go to all-time highs straight up. That'd be great, man, but let's see what happens. Okay, so we said when this does bottom out, we'll be looking for a top. The top will tell us a lot. So where will it be, chat? Where will the top be on the S&P? Dow Jones, way better. I mean, it's just so strong. It's like this one was the best, man. It was just like got back inside, all supports. It's been rallying, but look where it's closed today. It closed at August 16th, 2021's high. At one time, it was an all-time high. You're there. You close there. If you break it, I mean, I would think you could very well see 36,488. But again, it's a reflexive rally. There's a gap to fill. That'd be your next target, 36.1. Right there, that gap fill. And yeah, this is the strongest index fund of them all, and would probably continue to outperform. Oops, Nasdaq. Still massively underperforming. This is the one that's more concerning, like way more concerning in my opinion than like the S&P. Look how massively it's underperforming. I mean, we saw the 618 today on the S&P, and on the Nasdaq we haven't even seen a 50% retrace yet. So what happens when the S&P begins to start rolling over? This is going to outperform or underperform. This is going to actually start selling off way worse. And to me, it seems imminent, just like Bitcoin on the daily, imminent that there will be hidden bearish divergence somewhere before it ever gets to 15,855, the previous highs. Yeah, so you will be developing that soon. You are in the golden zone, so at any time now that a reversal occurs, it's not going to be that weird. It's really not going to be weird at all. You could run up, dude, hit the 618 and hit the old demand line as a supply line. That wouldn't be weird at all. It's so weak though, it can't even get close to those areas. So yeah, massive underperformer, and that is a major change in the way things were in the past couple of years. Major change. All right, so this is the one that's, if one is like, if a top is in, okay, we don't know. But if a top is literally in and one's looking to buy puts or shorts and we start seeing a roll over, this is the one. This is the one. One would not be like shorting the S&P or the Dow Jones or buying puts on those because they're too strong. They outperform. You're looking for the weakest performer. This one, the Russell 2000, right? I think maybe this one just because how overheated on weekly, monthly time scales, you see some of these tech stocks, they're just straight lines up. They never had an actual pullback. Here's your Russell 2000. Still just terrible. I mean, like, hey, it's confirmed a bottom here. 1 and 2. That's cool. But until you break 2085, there is no argument for anything bullish. You have to be bearish until at least you're above 2085. And then you have to spend some time back testing that support for the road to recovery. But for now, man, you understand, like 4-hour bearish and golden candle, and then just, today. And here you have it. And it's like Class C hidden bearish divergence. You make a double top on the histogram and a substantially lower high than the previous high. Yeah, man. Super bearish. Nasdaq and Russell 2000 are awful. Dow Jones, pretty good. It's not bad. It's not too far off its all-time highs. And the S&P is okay. But dang, dude, dumpster fire, Russell 2000, Nasdaq, kind of. All right, so you get it. That's where we're going with it. Now we go to gold that held. Remember, it held, and hidden bullish divergence arguments began to develop. Yes, it is really getting good now. It was better on PAX G, but the bearish divergence, what we talk about, it played out. But what's it doing? It's underperforming. It's almost not. It like dumped. But what did it do? Where's it pivoting? It's technically a little bit higher than that first low, and now all of a sudden, this is what you want to see this is bullish bull market conditions. This is bull market stuff. When an asset shows bearish divergence and then just underperforms and then, sells off to a support, holds the support for a second time, and then all of a sudden starts hidden bullish divergence argument, that's bullish price action. That's bullish behavior. That's what assets do in bull trends. This is making higher highs, or this is making higher lows anyway. Lots of accumulation. But again, who cares about that when we can just look at this? And it's just right here, man. It's like, it's been there. We've already identified it. It's back above the 200-day simple moving average after back testing a spring twice now. It's so coiled, man. Just getting ready. What seems like you know, historically, when assets show class accumulation, especially after one bottom and then the second bottom, I mean, you know, lots of upside potential on gold. You know, silver was making me a little worried and still kind of a little cautious about it until it gets back above 23. But it did somehow, some way for now, until it changes, somehow made a slightly higher low than the previous low than the previous low. So you're talking about classic accumulation going on, the third valley. But I want to see some follow through. I don't want to see us reject 23. I want to see us break 23. Once we get above 23 again, I think that's it. I think we're out of danger, right, for it completely collapsing and doing a full reset down to 1560, 1370. If you can get back above $23 on the daily with a candle close confirmation, it'll be three rising valleys. Three rising valleys. Classic accumulation. Wow. That means a lot of upside if it holds. Okay. That's your gold, your silver, your US oil. US oil. See up here, man. There's your first level of negative momentum today that you had seen since December 9th of 2021. First level of negative momentum you've seen the year 2022. You are above a support from 2010, yet the wave is just so extended. It's such a nice wave up that anytime you have something like this, a pullback can occur, especially like when you make a high and then a slightly higher high with lower levels on the RSI and even locally, right? Even, you know, another lower level. So, yeah, pullback on energy finally could happen maybe. But I think it would probably be just a mild pullback, pivot, make a higher low than the previous lows, and you go again, you know. So, US oil. Helium's up again, big, 7.6%. Just looking at commodities, not really much to write home about today. Yeah, this is beautiful though. One that is actually a short trade setup is sugar futures. Okay, sugar. This one, you know, there's a technical argument where the asset had been in a really, really strong uptrend, had been a big rally, broke, you know, downtrends. It was awesome, but a couple things happened. This was my argument for posting the setup, was you had never really shown any kind of formal distribution, and you are now. You're now below the 200-day simple moving average for the first time since September of 2020. Hidden bearish divergence on the third peak. It's a really strong combination that if you want, right, just like silver and gold, potentially hidden bullish divergence on their third valley, that is a strong combination for upside. All right, you're showing the inverse here on sugar. The other argument I had was from the high to low, it's a 78% retrace. You get that 786, but also the confluence is from this high from February to that same low, a 1618 fib extension. So stupid confluence here. With all this developing, that's lower risk, I would think, on sugar futures. So it's you know, big bearish engulfing candle today.
Can you check out Grimace
and
coin?
I think it's
THX folded hands.
Yeah, dude, look at Grimace coin, okay? I'll look at that, dude, because you know, it's Grimace coin, duh, dude.
Could you look at Luna to the downside? Thoughts? Shorted at 52.57, took some profits and moved stop to break even.
We will look at Luna. I mean, anything in crypto, dude. I mean, just about, except maybe Hex. I don't know, man. Hex, because it was an anomaly before. Maybe it's an anomaly again, but it's no one's buying really at the PCZ of the Gartley. What are you doing above support? It's nice, but do something.
Crypto
Start
market
bouncing.
is shite right now. Can you check on $ZM for me? Hang in there, bros. Victory hand.
What's up, Lod Newsnet? Thanks, dude. Yeah, crypto is in a bear market, but that means there can be opportunity downward, like the bearish patterns, the bearish indicators could be reliable. Like Cardano, I think it's like easy short. Easy short for stupid downside potential, which means upside if one was shorting it, right? I think FTM too. I think there are a lot of them, especially, yeah. Luna could be one as well. I think Atom is another that's just like they have way more downside potential than a lot of the other altcoins because they outperformed on the way up. But clearly, you can tell the market participants just don't. They ran it up. They took their profit, and now it's bleeding out bad. They're like or underperforming. They're like selling off harder than just the other S coins that already got wrecked with Bitcoin. So that means more downside for them. You know, it's not limited. You know, when you're at 886s already, it's harder to be like, oh, I can't wait to short. But like FTM and Luna, they're not even close to 886s. Sol's not even really. Anyway, yeah, sugar, dude. Bearish on diabetes. But what a nice run it was. It just looks like the run is going for a wave down. Probably pivot, make a higher low eventually, and rally onward. But it does look bearish for now. Let's see how it performs, all right? My alert almost went off on it. We're about to get these requests, so sorry, man. And also, excuse me. Hey, Joe H and Amar M, thank you both for joining the Patreon. I really, really appreciate it. Please be sure to sync the Patreon and the Discord. You gotta do that. That's where everything, that's where all the content is. The education, the community, all of it, man. Trade setups, everything posted in the Discord. Thanks, dude. Dudes. Okay. So let's go. We've been across the markets, have we not? I would say so. But can we, before we get these requests, I really don't want to like put them off because dang, dude, $200. But dude, do you want to see the devastation of what's in the thumbnail or the title of the stream? Oh, dude, it's terrible. It's literally, this is Snapchat, okay? Snapchat had bounced at that March of 2017 high, or at bad earnings. It's down 16% after hours. It was down 4.7% to close. So again, like over 20%. There it is, right there. That is where it's trading after hours, below that level that it bounced off of. So technical support being broken on a gap down on bad earnings. You know, this, I mean, you know, there's that 2650 peak, but probably going to 2186 now. But in actuality, it's Snapchat, so you understand what it really could be doing eventually, right? This is why you don't touch this crap. It's just like Sol. You just don't touch it till the minimum. You don't even look at it again till the 886, like $14. You know, 786 might be interesting because it could be a cipher, and it's at the 786 is confluent with like support resistance a couple times. So at least 2179, but probably your lowest $14. Yeah, man. It's bad, man. It's real bad. A lot of these assets that were high flyers are now getting nuclear bombed. Snapchat was one. Spotify was another. Right, it was down 6%. Oh, it bounced a little bit. It was actually in the zone. So where did Spotify bounce? At inflection zone or near it, with a really nice little bullish hammer there.
Loving the analysis across the markets. Much love. Go Rams.
What's up, Jacob G? Thanks for the 5, man. Go Rams. He says, who will win the Super Bowl? Will Joe Burrow win the Super Bowl, or will the Rams? Also, Paul, Tyler H, and Michael, thank y'all also for joining the Patreon. Very grateful. Sing with Patreon Discord. You gotta do that. Amazing. It is the second of the month. It is 2/20. It's 2/2/22. Bunch of twos. So thank y'all. But this is the second best day to join the Patreon. So and again, this is mainly it's dude, you know, get some market updates and stuff, maybe some trade setups to learn, to become educated. Just kind of, it's like an installment package to this stream. If you want to like better understand the things I'm going into on stream, it's good to join the Patreon. But it's also like, hey, this is 100% crowdsourced stream, so it's like I've never taken money from a sponsor to push their product ever. I don't monetize my streams, so you don't watch ads. I play copyright music to enhance the performance of the stream, which would make it impossible anyway to monetize the streams, right? All these things. So it's like, yeah, join the Patreon's like more important probably than it would be like for someone else, because they make money, all those affiliate marketing links, all those other things. So second of the month, I gotta bring this stuff up because it's like I don't ever talk about it when we're like midway through the month. I normally don't even talk about it much after the first week, you know? So it's just one time a month you hear this stuff. It's better than an advertisement for Spotify or Snapchat, right? Okay. So where is it after hours? It's sitting right here at 172, right exactly where that bullish hammer pin bar was created, you know, a couple days ago. Spot, Snap, oh, Facebook, devastated, man. Zuckerberg, down 23% after hours. And it's funny because we planted this like idea or whatever. Hey, maybe it goes down. It eventually sells up. Sorry, dude. It's already at a 96% retrace from its January of last year levels. Yeah, dude. I mean, that is bad. I'm talking, look where it closed. Imagine owning any Facebook today before close. $322. $322. And again, it's down 23%. Then it's just instantly down 23% in an hour or two. Yikes, man. It's like earnings. Really scary. You got to pay attention when earnings are, especially if you were like long on a trade or something, just based on technicals. Earning reports can kill your trade setup. It's like the kryptonite of technical analysis.
Keep it up.
What's up, Rootmaster? Thanks for the 10-ish super chat. Much love. What currency is that? 1,000 RSDs. Sounds almost, dude, imagine, dude, like one day, super chat comes in. Instead of it saying RSD 1000, it says like ETH 0.01. You know, it starts to go. Imagine if YouTube, I don't want this to ever happen because they don't deserve the money they take anyway, especially with all the censorship stuff. They just keep making the platform worse. But yeah, it'd be crazy. I'm sure maybe one day they'll do it where you can, they'll buy one up coin or something, and then they'll start taking a 30% cut of the crypto you get. Yeah, I'm sure. Or maybe not at all because they're scared or something. I don't know. Okay, so I just want to look at those three that got literally devastated today, right? Just. But dude, crypto, man, crypto's volatile and scammy, dude. It's like, okay, well, Facebook's down 23%, Snap, Spotify, they all are today. So I mean, what do you say about that? That's bad volatility. I mean, like, I highly doubt the IV, the implied volatility on these earning reports were 20%. Can someone tell me what the IV was for all three of these assets today before the earnings? Thanks. Okay, first request. We made it, dude. We made it. I've been live 48 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit the like button below the sub. First request was Hex for Ross. Again, thanks for the 200, man. Yeah, dude, it's like, I don't know. I mean, like, we'll look at it every day, you know, and it'll look good until it fails to catch bids and then eventually collapses and falls below 17 cents and runs down to 11.6 cents, loses so much value. But as long as it's above that level, it's safe. Maybe Schuler, Richard Hart was looking for the positive momentum on the daily. Here it is. First level of positive momentum you're seeing on Hex since December 31st. So it's the first level of positive momentum of the year of 2022 for Hex. After diverging, showing bullish divergence, you're near that pattern completion zone of somewhat of a Gartley, a little deep on B, but it's more so, hey, it's subjective, sure, but okay, it's subjective because look left. Consider this maybe valid because it's holding this level for now. But dude, it's just, you haven't done anything since the 22nd of January. So it's just like, in really bullish conditions, it should have already reacted by now, but it's just not yet. Maybe it's the macro weighing in too. It's not good conditions for anything crypto. Even if you want to be bullish, even if something looks somewhat bullish, how is it going to perform when Bitcoin continues downward? Which in 7 minutes, Bitcoin's going to confirm another bearish engulfing candle, and Asia is waking up, man. They're getting their coffee. You ready? Okay, anyway, you know, respect on Hex for sure. Lots of respect because I can't even believe it's holding up so well. But it's not like the beta has always been pretty low to Bitcoin, which is great, I guess, in these conditions. But dude, someone's got to buy here. a lot to get this going, to usher in the reversal, but no one's done it yet. Everyone's scared, so don't know what to tell you. That's like, it's not quite the same, but it's like you really don't want an asset like PayPal. This is different. It's not the same because it's like this was a very clear downtrend, right? You don't want to, at pattern completion zones of harmonics, just bear flag. That's it? That's all you're getting here? Oh, okay, well, roll over again. And, you know, look where this is. Hey, what happened today, chat? PayPal, gap down 25%. And we were literally here like yesterday talking about I wouldn't even look at it until you filled the gap from May of 2020. Here we are. The gap has been filled, so Jesus chimes on PayPal. No higher either. Not one, you know, you test, or not lower. Like you touched it like the Jesus and bounced. Didn't collapse. Wow, look at the volume on PayPal today. Highest level of volume in the history of this asset that's been on the New York Stock Exchange, at least since 2015. Or at least been on this chart, right? Whatever. I still wouldn't touch it though. I mean, a gap fill. That's scalper. Maybe scalpers would do something, but dude, pathetic, man. It's down 2.58% after hours. And if you don't hold that, you know, 121 seems, you know, kind of like a level. Hey, maybe it would recover there, but dude, a full reset's 108. The 886. Jesus, dude, it's just bad. These, you know, you think about what is it, man? It's a little too perfect on the top to be a actual shark or something, but dude, it's the same. It's the behavior of waves, right? The wave analysis. The 886 is the PCZ for sure. Right? You just wait, man. Like, it's bad, dude. Real bad. But think about PayPal from its all-time high the second time, right? Down 57% in 200 days. Yikes, imagine just holding this long while it does that. That sounds like crypto, but way less time. Dude, wow. All right, next request was for Nick. Just a big yikes, man. Like, this is what happens, right? It's not LRC. It was one that, like many, like the high majority of altcoins in July were painting the same M shape, right? Same type of M shape. But this is just one of them that outperformed and went insane. But look at it now, since the buying climax, right? The buying climax, either one. I mean, but that confirmation high was very nice. But remember, get out that Alt V, that vertical line tool. Everything changes after the buying climax, either one, right? Let's say this one probably. Attempted rally. You almost always get the attempted rally, and it failed. You start dumping. All right, that's it. Correction time. Deep reset. Full reset. All right, so how close are we to that full reset now? So bad. Remember, Cardano breaks $1. It's going to do the same thing, chat. You're almost there. My God, 57 cents is almost there. So, you don't really take action when you test the 886 for the first time. Look at the hidden. Oh my, dude, it's like, how does it get worse than this? It dumps like that, rallies, back tests the 200-day simple moving average as a resistance, and a candle low close right here from November. But then it's like, what happens, dude? Can anyone tell me what that is on the daily? Hidden bearish divergence happening after that. That's how weak it. That's so bad. That is so bearish. Give me a break, man. But yeah, you're actually not trying now. You were about to get a candle close, daily candle close confirmation below the inflection point from February 12th and May 13th, 89 cents. You're about to close below it and begin the development of the hidden bearish divergence, and you're not oversold. You've reset the oscillators so you could become oversold again before eventually probably seeing 57 cents later. Dude, get out of here, man. Get wrecked, LRC. But what a nice run it was before. But things change. Trader's market, man. All right, Rarible for real. Yeah, I was here. It's super illiquid, man. It's at 1%. Yeah, this is just me screwing around. I was like, man, whatever. Maybe it is the pivot point here. Okay, if it is, then you got yourself 1, 2, 3. You got 4 touches. You're working on a wedge. You're at inflection points, but these market conditions, man. I mean, it reacted here pretty well. I don't like the RSI not being oversold ever. You know, I hate it being around 40, just hanging out around. Look at this, man, on the daily. You see 60. Look at this is what bear markets are, dude. This is what they look like, man. When every time you hit or exceed 60, you just get right back below it. It is a certain resistance, right? That's what happens, man. So yeah, maybe it holds here. It did make a reset, a deep retrace from that low to high, but dude, I don't know, man. Like it's no confirmation lows. It's super liquid. It's showing some bullish divergence on the MACD at least. I mean, it could react. It did react here, and you know, again, it could very well see 160. It's rareable, dude. It does something, but I don't know how it manifests into higher prices for this asset. Right? There's no like buybacks or, you know, earnings per coin or price to earnings. None of that. So a new day. Wait, whoops. Premature Jesus chime. Sorry, dude. Got ahead of myself. 30 seconds to your daily candle close. 30 seconds till a 4-hour bearish engulfing candle is confirmed on Bitcoin. Raribles at inflection point 723. It could run up to 1350 in between this level, but if you don't hold 723, you go to 160 probably, or at least maybe $4. So it's lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, low. You were downtrending. Even if I painted this, it doesn't mean time to long. I'm sorry. Just market conditions are really not bullish. Yikes, chat. Yikes. Bearish engulfing candle confirmed on the daily at the same time as the 4-hour. Yikes. The 4-hour bearish divergence has begun to play out pretty nice. And now the hidden bearish divergence argument is developing, which implies continuation downward, unfortunately. This little RSI hopium crap, it doesn't look very interesting or intriguing. Like, oh, it's gonna do it, man. That's bad. That's bad. You understand, right? You tested the resistance to supply line, and while you were testing that supply line, the less significant time scale was implying a reversal downward. And now the daily, because of that, the daily is now starting to imply a continuation, more major continuation downward, to where you could end up seeing 34, 33K again in the midterm, short term. It was so weak that the price could never even achieve the real horizontal line resistance between 40,600 and 42K. That's really bad. When the asset regards another lower resistance and can't break it to go at least go test the other levels, that's pathetic, man. That's really, really bad. Okay, that's, you know, we're back on Bitcoin because it's like the top of the hour, whatever. Ethereum did engulf bearishly, did kind of tweezer top there too. Dang, and that is like perfect tweezer top reversal engulfing candle. God. The hidden bearish divergence argument isn't quite there yet because it's still building positive momentum, but that was not a good close. I don't care if it keeps rallying here. It's just not fun to see. You're attempting a rally in a bear trend, and then you cover the previous candle after with intraday hitting the exact same high you saw the day before. That's why it's like bearish candle, like just tweezer top. But yeah, I mean, better looking, certainly better looking than Bitcoin on the 4-hour for now. Yeah. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Grab demon.
REFD tipped $100. Enjoying the stream last few months. It's all about the ifs.
It is all about the ifs, man. If Bitcoin could have broke the supply line, broke the local horizontal line resistance, and started building positive momentum again, we'd probably be at 40,600 right now. But you failed. You lost. It didn't play out. I mean, the bearish side, the bearish argument prevailed because the trend is bearish, right? Remember, it's about what trend are you in? Well, we're certainly in a bear trend right now in crypto because lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows consecutively 3 months now. and then you hit a resistance, two resistances confluent with each other, and then you show the extreme amounts of bearish, very well developed bearish divergence below 60 on the RSI. That's it, man. That's bad. That's like, you know, right? We knew once this price action started, Jerome Powell speaking, oh, it's over, dude. You just put in the lower high and you're sitting at the support again. You'd already tested it. If it was a bull market, you wouldn't be testing it again like this. After showing distribution, no way. So this everything bearish is being reliable, and it is being an outperformer. It is outperforming classic distribution. That is outperformance on its own. So if this bearish divergence continues dumping hard, you know, you're outperforming. That means the bear market is still intact, and everything bearish you're looking for, if you're talking about action, and anything bullish is maybe it might play out, but it probably won't underperform if it does play out. But then maybe just consolidation turns into something bearish, like we just looked at on one of the assets, and it's just, oh, I don't know, like Link was bad too. Good God, dude, it's just, you can't be, it's hard to go long in bearish conditions because of this, right? You won't gain any meaningful rallies, waves up that would hit you, that would get you any kind of equitable payout, you know, a 3-to-1 reward to risk just won't play out. So you like have to switch. Like, okay, we gotta go short at after absorption, man. We got, like, these are just not, I get it. It's low risk for a long. It's also low risk for a short based on the context here. Like he's having a stop above 110 or something like that. You know, the one high and then the confirmation high or something. Okay, music stop. Hold on. Sorry. And we got some going now. All right. It's across this market, man. It's across the market. Dude, you tell me, like, FTM, it was an outperformer. It was amazing. But then on the weekly, daily, double top. Confirmed the top's in. The major top is in on FTM. Okay. And now you're trying to tell me this type of price action where you attempt to rally. Look, man, if this market was really bullish, this second low right here on FTM would have not run up and tested this resistance as resistance again and got rejected and we right back down at this level. It wouldn't. It would have continued upward and we'd have sought a deeper retrace. And then you'd pull back, probably made a higher low, and then we'd have gone again to 342 and beyond. That didn't happen. And in actuality on FTM, look, the high, and then an actual slightly lower high.
Let's see something that has done its best to ignore BTC tantrums.
Oh yeah, KNC it's awesome,
USDT, please.
It's the haven, man, right now. Until something changes. KNC, but it's so methodical and slow. But yeah, but I can't say you hadn't seen KNZ be down like 8-9% when Bitcoin gets volatile and starts, makes a decision on where it's going. Hold on a sec. Hey, George W. and Late Nights Flying Kites. Thank both of y'all for joining the Patreon. I really appreciate it. It's first of the month, best time to join. Trade setups, education, access to an awesome, helpful community of traders. All right. Thank y'all. Much love. Okay, so you get what I'm saying? You've just locally confirmed distribution and a top at the same time. That is very, very bearish. I get one top and then the second top that's the same high or a slightly higher high, but the fact that it's a slightly lower high than the previous high is confirmation that it's over. It's absorption of remaining demand is almost complete, and this thing will go down easy, 150, probably 124, but eventually maybe $1. If anything, hey, it broke the BAMM here. 209, okay? So you just you better not be surprised if you watch this stream and FTM is down 21%, 34%, or 50% in the coming few weeks. It's very bearish price action. Good luck, though. And here's the other thing I was talking to patrons about after I posted this short setup, right? It's like you're at such low risk areas for a short here. Now people be like, no, you should be short up here. It's like, not really. This is the confirmation. You are trading, like this is your argument for why you're shorting. After the second lower high locally, one just has a stop loss marginally above that 215 area, because if it breaks above that area, your entire argument for why you're going short kind of falls apart, right? You're going short on the lower confirmation high in the bear trend with what, chat? Hidden bearish divergence. Continuation implied downward. Okay. Not oversold, mind you, on any time scale. Yes, bat action magnet move pivotal. Yes, it is a phenomenon in harmonics where, you know, you have the XABCD, right? It'd be more appropriate to actually use that same wick we used for the other one. Hold on. Be this one right here. Same one, dude. 886. So here's the B point on a harmonic, right? It's normally for lower highs, for like bats, like potential bullish bat patterns. But, you know, it still makes the same sense here in this situation. When you break the B point of the wave structure on the way down, you're beginning the big wave down. C to D is a big wave, just like X to A is a huge wave. Then you have the smaller waves. When you're beginning the big wave down, when you break the B point, you have a very, very high probability of eventually seeing an 88% retrace once that B point breaks. It's almost like a double top's neckline. And when double top necklines break, you normally from the previous low to high lose 88% of your value, right? You retrace and do a full reset. So just down here, I mean, it makes plenty of sense. There's just absorption of remaining demand. Sellers are absorbing the demand that exists here still. And once it's absorbed completely, massive markdown very fast. Okay, so that's just, again. No, it's not just about like shorting it on a support. It's you understand, like shorting on a support the first time. Yeah, it's stupid, dude. After it's lost all that value. Then it's second time. And then it rallied and pathetic. The price action is awful. It's bearish price action. And then you sell off again. And you make a lower high than the previous high locally. And you sell off and you test it again. And you rally and a lower high. It is not just you're talking about a continuation trade here. You're not talking about a momentum shifting trade. It is already, the momentum's already bearish. The bulls just put in their argument since January 22nd. That's what they did. And clearly they have failed. Clearly the bulls gave it their best shot and it's done. So it's just like you could say YouTube has retail shorting into supports but it's like, dude, do you understand it's not just about the support itself? You had your chance at supports. The bulls had their argument and that was it. Substantially lower high. What does that mean when you make these lower highs substantially than your previous highs? Confirmation that there are far less market participants who own this asset than they did before. And then you zoom out and you can clearly see daily, weekly. One top, no one knows. Second top, everyone knows it's over. And we're probably going for full reset. You get me now? Understand? Yeah, first time on 88. Dude, first time we were like engulfing candle. Holy crap, 148, 150. It did it. But then got rejected again. And it's sold off again. And it's back and making lower lows than that first low. It's bad, dude. It's bearish behavior. Okay. But I get it, though. I get it. It's really like normally shorting at supports is like selling low, right? But if the context is trash, man, it's really hard to ignore if you flip the chart over, it's really hard to ignore the trend reversing and then you showing higher low accumulation. You're absorbing the remaining supply here. It's like an ascending triangle type continue reaccumulation structure here, but it's not. It's inverse. It's distribution structure. Okay. Anyway. Pray for Bitcoin. Everything will be okay, man. Everything will rally, but yikes. The next request.
Can you look at KGC?
Oh God.
How low these metal miners gonna go? PM only commodities not making moves. Love the stream.
Thank you, Off Time, for the 21. Yeah, we'll look at it. I didn't mean oh god to you, your tip. I said oh god because the next coin on the list is Grimace coin. Dude, every day we look at it. So it's like literally every day.
Every day I check the price, bad price. Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. I have overinvested by a lot.
Okay, when McDonald's, I mean, like, dude, people keep, why are y'all are being nice, just tipping to support the stream? You can, and you have all the right to look at Grimace coin every day, but I don't know what to look at. You got to give me a ticker too. Like, there are some tickers for Grimace coin, but I'm not gonna go like spend 20 minutes looking through all of them, you know? What the heck, dude? But God, I can wait a second too. Bullish Pete, you out there, man? What ticker you want me to look at on TradingView? It's like an earthquake on Grimace coin. Goodness. All right. Luna's the next one. Until, look, if you bring something up, I'll do what I can to look at it, you know. But we got to move on if I don't hear anything from you, okay? Luna's the next one on the list that, you know, it's bad. It's a bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour just painted. You know, it is interesting, but yeah, these do kind of concern me a little bit. It's the ones that like outperformed so brilliantly, okay? Like Luna and Sol and all these. And yeah, you got an argument maybe for if the trend that it's in was to continue, it'd probably start rallying here because you've got the M shape, you've got the support resistance, you reacted beautifully off of it, right? But what's the performance on the reaction? It's terrible. And someone's going to be like, dude, though, it's an inverse head and shoulders in development. Is it, though? Let's see. Give it some time. I mean, if Bitcoin doesn't rally here, this thing's going down to like the bottom again, and maybe a type 2 would occur. But, yeah, I just worry about the market conditions. And, yeah, the context of the harmonic's not very good. You know, great context of a harmonic is after a massive drawdown, right? These are the best harmonics, right? At supports, spring back test of spring, accumulation, then gets put in development of, you know, like a month later. While Bitcoin's making the lowest low since January 1st of 2021, it's making a higher low like that. And those are good contexts. Now, when you're at the top of the frickin' cycle, I just don't think, I mean, they can play out. They really can. They have before. But I think your upside potential when you identify harmonics at levels like this, I just think it's far more limited than if you're identifying harmonics after deep 886 retraces, pullbacks. This hasn't pulled back any, man. I mean, sure, maybe from its all-time high it has to its previous low, but in actuality, it's extreme premium on this asset still. And if it breaks $45, my God, it could go to $22 fast. But yeah, so someone, Novogratz and them keeping this propped up. Hit a high of $100, right? No, hit a high of $103.75, and now it's at $48. What a haircut. So yeah, let's see. Can $45 hold in these market conditions on Luna? I don't know, man. I really just, I don't know. You shorted Luna. Well, there are others that will look worse. That look worse than Luna and probably better for a short, but in actuality, man, like if these bearish consolidation patterns across the altcoin market, if one plays out, they're probably all playing out. Yeah, short at 52.57, 52.57. Well, understand what is upon you. You got some major support resistance over here, okay? All right, that, like, you know, you're short near support, which is understandable, but see, I don't think the price action's been crappy enough yet. At, you know, like, again, you look at this, oh, maybe an inverse head and shoulders is holding. Maybe it's going for a type 2. Maybe it's going to be okay. Now, below $45, you're screwed probably. But you know, you look at that locally, it's not really that bearish yet. But then you go to what we just already looked at.
It's China to me. China.
Mitch, you're killing it. Always trading in the zone. Kudos.
What's up, Scott Carney? Asada, is that the real Scott Carney though? I think he would super chat, or he'd be in the chat already. Could be fake news. So like, you know, Luna, you look at it, and then you look at FTM. It's like FTM's far more developed in its bearishness, right? Near these supports, absorbing the supply. Who knows how long Luna's going to take to break its own support. So I just say, I don't know. The argument may be stronger on FTM, maybe Cardano, but Luna's, you know, it's there, you know. Hey, it's 6:18 my time. Nice. Dude, I ordered this like really nice what are they called, console table, glass top. I'm talking they had to kill 25% of the Amazon rainforest to package it. I mean, I can't even believe how much packaging there was for this item, and the irony involved when the glass I moved shattered, literal shattered. So they're bringing me a new one, but dude, it's just like, dang, man. So I'm just have that on my mind because I just got like a email about it, and it's just like, wow, that's really disappointing. I mean, it was like a $850 table too, so I'm just okay. Let's get back to the requests. Next one is Zoom Video Connect that had been devastated is still devastated, man. All right, very bad. Very bad. And so this is you know, this makes sense here, right? Where this is the type of performance you'll get in bear markets, right? When you identify an M shape and it's near supports and stuff, then it rallies and just up thrusts through the resistance. Like if this was bullish, it would hold this 279 and rally on up. It'd fill a gap at like 345. It'd probably even test the old gap from September 1st of 2020. 324, but it didn't. It just rolled over because the market's bearish. So this is what we're talking about. If you identify a bullish pattern, you start seeing massive underperformance and starts, you know, type 2, lower high, below support, resistance. That's when you know, man. That's like, it's a litmus test for the market conditions. So look at it now. Since it underperformed, right? It rallied at the PCZ, and it's just so much lower. But what is that? It's the full reset. Hey, we know this. We're used to this stuff, right? That's what a lot of these altcoins are probably going to do. That's very well maybe what silver does if it doesn't catch bids soon. But you just go from that lowest low, the X, the A, the B. Oh, it's a 618. So is it at the Garley? It's past. It's already beyond the 786. What makes more sense is probably going down to an 886 to a 90+% retrace to go test the old high from June of 2019. It was resistance there a couple times. It's now support. There was a Gartley there near uptrend. So yeah, I think you got lower to go, and minimum 118, but very well could see 107 eventually in time. Okay, that is Zoom Video. Sorry, it's so bad, man. Yeah, it's real bad. Very bad. Yeah, that's it, dude. Lower to go. So I think like a 91% retrace would make the most sense. It's already cracked through these peaks back here from April of 2020. It's just bad. Very bad. Down 5% and down 1.56% after hours. Yikes. Zoom. Lower to go. If you wanted to talk about anything like practical for a strategize, or to strategize a long maybe at inflection points, you've broken through any inflection point. This is very weak though. That's not. These are the areas. Okay, 106 to $100 soon-ish. KNC. Yeah, KNC, right? Range-bound asset that has been an anomaly, right? It was very strong. Holding January 22nd, that was so insane. And then engulfing candle on the 24th. And yeah, I mean, you're in the middle of a range now.
How does this ICP crap holding so good today?
because it's been so beaten down, and there's just probably so little market participants that exist in it now that it's just maybe running out of liquidity, I guess, compared to others. I don't know. Probably better opportunities out there for shorts or whatever, or longs. Anyway, so KNC, you know, there is a resistance like back from at 205 that it tested and has not broken. But if you take that out and you just look at it like it is a range, you know, like local history that goes back to May of last year, you think it very well could achieve 230, 231 again, because it always does. But anytime, man, you know, this anomaly could sync right back up with the overall crypto market, which is bearish. But for now, it's holding on. And here's the problem, right? If you're halfway between the zones, it's almost coin flip-ish, right? It could come back down next, it could go up. It's just, it's not an area actionable for a strategic long. It's just not, right? I don't even think it's showing much of an edge on the daily. It's, you know, it's 62 bullish control zone, dude. Wow, crazy. So there's some bearish divergence on the MACD histogram though, a little bit. Yeah, maybe it reverses here.
Do you think Tesla will accept Grimace coin?
Totally, dude. Totally. Grimace coin, Dogecoin, Shiba coin, all the coins, dude. Yep, of course. Just kidding. Not really. Never. In a million years. Thank you. Kinross Gold Corporation. Well, been here before. So we had, so it's in a downtrend. It's in a correction. What do I have here? Yeah, I mean, like it's real nice accumulation going on. I don't like. I wish it would be. I wish it was above 581. I really do, but it's not. But interesting stuff. Oh, yeah, I identified a shark here. Type 1. Maybe working on type 2. Some convergence going on. Just remember, though, it's like lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. If you make a higher low here, it looks like you're trying to. That'd be amazing. Get above 581. And look how it upthrusted through. In November, mid-November, when Bitcoin was topping out, KGC was mooning too. But it hit that supply line and rejected it. Made the lowest low of the correction. Maybe it's trying to bottom out a little bit. Let's see, is it holding on to support? Not much. Looks like it tested that 490 peak from September 2017. But yeah, if you think about it, right? If you see an asset like this, you're always wanting to see it be at least value area, deep value areas like 436 or 360, 786 or 886. Why? Because that argument that there could always be this going on. There could always be the major wave structure, right, where you see the 786 or the 886. 886 would make too much sense, right? Because it's like the 886 actually happens to be exactly where the demand line, you know, this uptrend you've been in since when it bottomed out in 2016, right? I mean, that would probably be the absolute most strategic entry area, you know, because you're at deep value areas. There's a demand line where bids are at. For now, I think it might be just, we'll see what happens with Shark. Get above 581, break the supply line. We'll start talking about it again, okay? Give me some higher highs, higher lows. You haven't really done anything yet. The argument for a downtrend reversing isn't here yet. There needs to be a couple more things. A few more things need to happen. And the first one, I think, is getting above this peak from April of 2016. That is a very big deal. And a higher low, and a break of a supply line, and eventual recapturing of prices above $7, the previous discernible swing high. Okay, of the downtrend. All right, that was the last request that met the minimum criteria for requests. What a stream so far. Thanks for everyone for being here, and you know, I wish we were here under better terms right now, but unfortunately the Bears kind of took the ball again today at very critical areas normally where they do retake the ball if it is bearish. You know, anytime though, it could always just invalidated, engulfing. but it's just starting to set up not good. Starting to like, things are starting to look bad again. But hey, dude, you had like over a week, almost 2 weeks to just not get wrecked. But unfortunately, it's just like, I don't think anything's like gone up high enough for you to actually make an actionable swing trade long to. It's just not going to happen in these market conditions, man. You're just not going to gain the yield. So, yeah. Hidden bearish divergence developed on the daily, and it was all because of the 4-hour classic bearish divergence at the resistances. My issue was kind of like, wow, look at you at 40 on the RSI now on the 4-hour. What's up, Tommy Payne, man?
Dollar whack.
We'll look at it. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. Goodness gracious, man. Yeah. Bad news. Could be more downside. The way it all looks right now. Someone be like, but hidden bullish divergence? No hidden bullish divergence, dude. Sorry. There's not any. Alright, so I guess we just go to the next one, and that's DWAC. What's up, Uncle Mike?
Bruh.
Great stream.
Thank you, dude. Hey, by the way, I mean, at this point, who cares? I am officially, chat, everyone, breaking news. I am an uncle now. So Jesus shines for me being an uncle, which is pretty cool, dude. Uncle Mitch. It's a nice uncle name, right? Uncle Mitch. Long time coming. All right. It's the digital world. Acquisition Corporation, man. Not much chart to write home about. Well, thank y'all for the congratulations. Appreciate it. It's about like all we can want here. I don't know. One peak right there. I mean, I like it. I actually like DWAC. It is in an up. I know you get all this craziness on IPS, but look what's happened locally. You know, on November 29th, you bottomed out, and then you rallied and you sold off. And clearly, market participants, sellers, could not push this price any lower than like 47.80, which is like 2 times you're holding above the previous low. And then you rally, you make a higher high than the previous highs, then you sell off again. And once more, sellers are unable to push the price anywhere even close to threatening the previous discernible swing low, and now you're attempting a rally. So in my opinion, this is extremely strong. I think this could be going into its highest price since it IPO'd in October. This looks like it might be setting up for, I mean, possibly. It can also turn into an M shape and suck, right? It comes down to 52 bucks. But the way it looks, there's no bearish divergence yet. You're not losing negative momentum. You're above 76.89. And it actually looks set like it's setting up for higher prices. It's uptrending, man. It looks really good here. Really nice uptrend. That, you know, when was the last time we saw that, man? The only thing we don't see many of these days because it's the way the macro is. Mostly everything's downtrending now. There are only a few sectors are actually bull trends. So something like this, man. You got an uptrend going on. Consecutive higher lows, higher highs. Above support resistance that you need to stay above, all right?
It's China to me, China.
What's with all the fucking retards trying to FOMO rally this market right now? Gotta have a special kind of brain damage to buy 0.030454000 LTC.
I don't think they have brain damage. I don't think they're like retarded or anything. I don't know all these people that are saying what you're saying they're doing. FOMO rally, I mean, no, it wasn't even a FOMO rally. FOMO rally would be like Bitcoin actually like went up 20% in a day, and then it just bleeds out after that first day of pumping. You know, we might go into those eventually, but I think it's just people are holding on to that feeling, that crypto feeling that had been around for a good 2 years before we confirmed the top in November, where there was so much opportunity for longs and stuff, and it's just not here right now. I think many things have to happen They literally on a chart, they will be identified for you, the viewing audience. When they do happen, I will do it for you. I'll be live. All you gotta do is just show up, and I will discuss when the trend's reversing. But we've discussed countless times what actually has to happen before the trend starts reversing. Countless times, dude. You actually want to hear me say it again? Like what has to happen, man? Goodness. Dude, Jeff H. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Dang, man. Got the C notes today.
Can you look at Google? Thanks for being here every day. Best stream on YouTube. Kings.
Well, that's really kind of you to say. I don't know about that, dude. I think it's really subjective, but I am very grateful you think that about me, man. That's like unreal. Thank you, dude. Kings, and we will look at Google right now. Google just gaps up. Hits its lowest price January 24th that it had seen since July of last year, and just is now actually above that old all-time high. Yeah, dude, this was almost doomed and saved by earnings, and yeah, unable to. Well, that's what it did. It hit all-time highs today, right? $3,030.93 at its highest level of all time. And again, today, because it gapped up because it had good earnings. Oh, look at these candles. Look at that candle before the earnings report. It's crazy. Super, super strong, dude. I think you just got a couple ways of maybe looking at this.
Wow, the dip up in Grimace and Doge.
Bought the dip on Grimace. Oh god, dude. We'll come back tomorrow, alright? We'll see how it did. Dude, Ubi, man. Are you kidding me? I'm in the chat! Well, if it ever, So now we got like, hey, is it a broadening top? Yeah, two diverging trend lines. Not much of anything. But yeah, I think there's a supply line at like 31.26. Ubi, I don't know why it's not playing, dude. There it is. Thanks so much, dude. Holy crap. Ubi, man! Boom. Boom.
What's up, Mitch? Can we take a look at AMC?
Look at your AMC, your blessed, or now maybe forsaken AMC. Yes, we will. Thanks, dude. It's a C-note party. Y'all are amazing. Like, seriously, there's no other words. Just amazing is the word. Google, if you don't know, today had the highest level of volume it has seen since July 2019, pre-COVID. Wow. Buyers and sellers are, yeah, they're all confused. Diverging price action. What? It's like they're having difficulty determining fixed price. Like, what is fair price for Google? What? Higher highs, but then lower lows. We don't know. It's all jacked up, kind of right now on Google. At least since it bottomed out on the 24th. Okay, so gap fill could happen. I don't think it's a breakaway gap. I mean, it could be, but all you did was gap up to test resistance again. So you got to break that. And you got to really start rallying. You don't ever want to be coming back. I mean, you fill the gap, then it's like nothing burger, right? Then it's just a range, whatever. Okay. There's not any action you can take on this, but we're just looking at it because it had such a great day. It was up 7.5%, but after hours, it's down 1.74%. Steve bought, he bought Grimace and Doge. Wow. Get double Rekt. Nice. Imagine buying Doge in 2022, right? Okay, well, AMC made it, didn't it, chat? I haven't been here in a minute, but yeah, it's falling wedge. A very real, undeniable falling wedge. Yet, goes just, this is how well respected it is, how amazing it is, right? It actually rallied for a second to go test the supply line again as a supply line and is now sold off, down 8.54% today, and after hours down 2%. That is massive underperformance and really makes me wary. I had a lot of lines here because there was so much about that GME. Hold on, let me just, I gotta clean it up a little bit because there's just a lot of supports and resistance on this asset. Okay, those are the two ones I'll keep Swan Valley there. Okay, all right, so that'll clean up, so you can kind of really see that normally you should be catching a better reaction than this, man. I'm just saying on AMC. I think you might be going for full reset. Remember, we're in a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, same, or higher low, but then lower highs, lower lows. Okay, you're in a downtrend. Okay, you're correcting. So when you're a correction, man, we don't like the 618s. We like 886 is normally you're right around that 786, but you've yet to test that 886, which is around $10, $9.88. You haven't even tested this low from August 2017, November 2017, December 2018, a resistance from August 2019, kind of correlation price action in 2021. I mean, that's where you're probably headed. You're probably headed to $12. You'll still be in the wedge, but my God, dude, it's just like Willy Wonka, where they drank fizzy lifting drink, and it's like they're literally about to get their hands cut off at this point. That's how deep you are in the development of this falling wedge. So either someone's hand's about to get cut off or someone's going to start burping soon. Okay, on AMC, near that apex, that's like when you get close to the apex, this deep, this close, I just can't even believe it. Most times patterns never get this close to the apex. They normally broken out between 50 and 75% of the way through the development of the consolidation structure. This is freaking 90+%. Not much more it can do before getting there. So I still get it's here, but I don't know if I could take action on it yet, man. It's in a correction. It's making lower highs, lower lows. The momentum is not your friend here if you're bullish. The momentum, you need to wait for higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. You're correcting. So the conditions are not very good for longs. Okay, they're just not. Downtrending. Oh, I've already, Brad, I've already identified that and announced it, so. Okay, that was the last request, man. Bitcoin is, it's got its new day. Remember, the 4 hour, it just confirmed a bearish engulfing candle at a resistance. And it's just bad for the daily now because the daily is just implying continuation downward where you get oversold again. You know, and eventually, hey, think about Bitcoin's at 30K, 31K. What if this happens? Oh my God, dude, that could be brilliant. That's what you're looking for. We haven't shown that on Bitcoin. We have not shown that double RSI oversold, and on the second oversold, it's higher. That's the dream, man. So, I mean, for we're talking about major seller exhaustion, this is it right here. That's what it looks like on the chart. Or more major reversals, waves up. Doesn't ensure the trend reverses, but that's what you're looking for, man. Stuff like that. Like, look here, listen, chat. I mean, my God, how many times you got to do it? All right. Divergence, October 2019. October 2019. Well, that divergence played out. I remember that. My dad got inducted to his high school's Hall of Fame. I missed the live stream for it, if y'all remember, a long time ago. It was in Andalusia. So, again, right? The low, the slightly lower low, same low. There was, right? You got oversold for the second time, but higher low. And you got a nice rally, and then COVID crash happened. And since then, you haven't really been able to show any kind of classic bullish divergence in oversold territory really since then. Yeah, so maybe you do it again. Right, and as Bitcoin is like struggling to even be in the green today, Ethereum's up like 0.89%. Pretty interesting. I mean, this one's like it's much more mild. The bearish divergence kind of underperformed here. I think that's interesting. It's maybe nothing, but I do like how Ethereum's performing better than Bitcoin right now, even in the same type of variables like gross variables, bearish variables. Oh, what is that you say? Yeah, look at this. Oh, this is another thing. SPX futures. Remember the flag? It actually broke the flag. Oh, it's probably invalid. Okay, maybe not a bear flag per se. But look at the supply line on the S&P 500 mini futures. Okay, you have to have 2 anchor points to draw a trend line. Or you have your 2 anchor points, which equals supply line. So there you go. What'd you do? You hit the supply line, and there was supply there. You bearishly engulfed at the supply line perfectly. Literally perfectly. And unfortunately, gosh dang it, man. Gosh dang. Word of matter, I mean, if you look at from the previous high, you are making higher levels of relative strength, higher levels of positive momentum on substantially lower prices. You better, I'm telling you, reflexive rallies happen all the time, but you're at the top of it, right? The golden zone. And this is where you start seeing reversals. A small wave down reversal, maybe a higher low or a lower low, right? But, you know, it's the X, the A. You completed X to A with the pivot, oversold. Then A to B, you might very well be finishing up the A to B wave, and we could be working on a B to C wave at some point. It could be a higher low, it could be a lower low, or the same low. But I think that's where we are on the wave analysis part of like the S&P right now. It's like A, B, C, 618. You get what I'm saying? Below the 200 moving average 4 hour. And look at this, back below, chat, the September high. Very, very, very important. That's like everything now. If you can't hold that level and you bearishly engulf and reject it at the same time as rejecting the supply line, the argument starts strengthening for that B to C wave. It's going to be a smaller wave like you just got. Hey, we got Hex up 3.5%. Nice. Hey, the bid's coming in finally, man. I'm telling you, dude. You got to talk to the composite man on Hex. He's been very good. He's been an all-star for like a year now, over a year. All-star on Hex,
hey,
composite
Mitch,
man.
It's
time. Tell the composite man it's time to moon.
Thanks.
Time to run 27.5 cents and then 34 cents after that. From here. This is it, dude. You hold 17 cents. You got to moon now. It's time. It's like where if the composite man wanted to push this price up, this is where one would be buying with everyone else collectively. And that's normally like how big reversals happen at deep retrace areas. Everyone around the world has a consensus. There's value perceived there. And sometimes there's an edge, which there is on Hex, daily divergence, and you just showed positive momentum on the histogram. Ah, yeah, for sure. That's real. Look, it's now your second level of positive momentum on the daily, like on the new day. So building positive. So let's see how much price action we get off this, off the divergence. Very nice. Pump it, dude. Pump it. You break 20 cents. See ya. One of the only things in crypto that actually looks good. Really. Yeah, Trader Manic. Yeah, we'll look at it right now. Thank you, dude. Looks rare. I guess FTX. Well, not much data on this one. Could imagine there's no data on any. A little bit more data on OKX. Looks kind of interesting, but there's no data. Yeah, I don't know. I guess CoinX has the most data. There's not high or low. Wait, man, high or low. Nice, dude. You break 584, easy to see $7.09. You understand with such little data, it's very difficult to even think about anything, man. We go to the 4 hour. Yeah, I like it. I like the low. I like the higher low. I like the same-ish low, but slightly higher low where traders settle up on the 4 hour than the previous low. And I like the next higher low. And I like how you've tested that resistance once. You're rallying again. Yeah, kind of like the accumulation that is maybe presented here on looks rare to tether right now. Kind of right now. A little bit of bearish divergence on the MACD, not the RSI. So you keep making higher lows, eventually you'll break out. You'll go to 709 again, and then probably like $8, $9, $10. Each dollar would be like a resistance at that point. So accumulation going on, but you're not making higher highs yet than your previous high. So I don't think there's any action to take on this. I think there's far too little data to even care about this asset yet. So that's it. $36,877 on the new day for Bitcoin. We've been live now 1 hour 45 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks everyone for being here during these trying, troubling times. Thank you, dude. Windex moon. Okay, so I guess we're good, man. We've been across the markets, right? We've gone across the markets. Bitcoin presenting a bearish argument. It had been. I mean, once last night that divergence really started developing, that's when I pinged all patrons, because it would seem like, hey man, it could have been good, but then there was just nothing, and then just maturation of triple divergence. Like, you can't really like it anymore, man. And then today, the luxury of the rejection one more time before bearishly engulfing, and that could usher in the sell-off to maybe the bottom of this range here, local range between 34K and 39K. I hope not, man. I hope just literally any time now, just moon. Just, hey, Bezos and Xi Jinping together, they buy Bitcoin, and then it's just like, oh, then just 1 million in seconds. But you know, you gotta look at the technicals, because there's really nothing else to look at. If you're in a bearish trend, sentiment is absolutely terrible. Look at PayPal and Square and Facebook. They're all, hey, we're gonna dip our hands in crypto and stuff. Well, look at the way the investors have just offloaded the crap out of PayPal and Square, and those were the two catalysts that brought Bitcoin to its meteoric rise to 60 plus K, and now they're ruined. They're literally ruined. 886 retraces from those previous lows. So, not really good. Yeah, if you want to see that, whatever, why not? I mean, you start putting this in the whatever, like the make the rounds. Where's the chart, man? Where's my chart? Was it the IDC? Yeah, here it is, right? People were laughing, like, oh, that's just your bias, dude. As this like thing was started rallying, it's like, no, it's not the bias. It's literally probably going to 6 cents, 6.6 cents soon. And then if it breaks it, it will. I mean, that would make sense. Gold goes to 2050, right? Measured move of the 3 rising valleys. Yeah, you would get a major breakout above these levels, and you know, measured move. It's a measured move of let's see right here, whatever. From that breakout, say it can break through 6.6. Couldn't you imagine seeing gold to Bitcoin outperform it so much that it rallies on this chart to 100% measured move of 90 or 0.095? Yep, you are double bottoming on gold, and the charts make all the sense in the world. Bitcoin well established downtrend, gold showing massive amounts of accumulation for months now. Massive accumulation, and it's a Bulkowski like tradable long pattern where it's just like the third valley. You've already created it, and you've even back tested that level as support again, and it's made another higher low. So it's like, this is probably coming, and it makes sense if you look at XAU to the US dollar and Bitcoin to the US dollar. This makes too much sense. All right, that's it, dude. Why is the DXY pumping? Because people don't like these market conditions. Like, how can you like these market conditions? What's up, Demas? Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it. Any new viewers, you know, if I'm finding them now, I can't believe it, you know, with the new censorship rule on YouTube, and you know how no SEO works for me now because it's like the things I do, no one searches for. Like Bitcoin, if they're searching for it, nice, I'll find some people. But normally it's like, even if I do traditional technical analysis live or something like that, even less people would be able to find my streams. So I just keep it at Bitcoin Live, man, because that's kind of the best. I think it's fake news. The DXY is literally pumping. That's not the word for it. That is not a pump by any stretch of the imagination. Fake news on the DXY pumping. Not real. All right, chat. Remember, second of the month, second best day to join the Patreon, which is the single best way to support what I do every day right now, right? So, that link is pinned above. Brad just posted the link to Patreon. So, join it today. Trade setups, education, and access to an online community that are, everyone's willing to help each other. But yeah, thank you for all the likes, love, support, contributions. These C notes, the $100 contributions, Ross, or the $200 contribution. Hey Ross, man, I hope that that Hex, man, Hex looks freaking good. I can't even believe it. It's just got to catch follow through now. This is it, man. Sitting there too long. Got to go. But all right, chat. So thanks for everything. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA. Hey, Jeremy A, man, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Much love, dude. Thank you. Be sure to sing at the Patreon Discord, Kings.
Then, just like that,